Jax. Yone will be contested in this melee matchup, so I think a lot of focus from both side lanes will go towards mid, but Astralis' teamfight is pretty clear-cut. Lots of CC, lots of frontline, lots of front-to-back. You can dive if you want to as well. Whereas Misfits has a very strong split pusher in the Jax. Same damage.
We'd be looking at a better performance than that because you can't really get much worse. Like, you can't place 11 in a split with only 10 teams. But if they could somehow manage to pick up a few early wins, they could be looking at, you know, one of those lower playoff seeding spots.
Would be impressive if they finished 11th, but Irrelevant might have kill pressure here. He has Ghost if he wants to pop it, Chachi.
Oh, flash was too late from Chachi. Hook's going to come down here as Xerxes looks down towards the bottom side. Ignite taking onto Kobe. Mercer trying to step forward. Doesn't have the flash, doesn't really have anywhere to go. The thick skin, a possibility. Jonghoon looking for the hook once again. 1 second before it's back up. Here it goes. Pulled back Mercer into the waiting arms of Kobe. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Dale's trading with BTO. The Kingslayer will heal him up. Dale looking for the knock up here as well. Soul Unbound goes forward. BTO flashes away.
A lot of fighting all around the map in the same couple seconds there. When the camera panned bot, I think
Dale TP'd back as well, but does have a flash advantage.
Does indeed. It's Irrelevant level 6 now.
He's ghosting in here as well. Knows Chachi doesn't have flash. The Empower hitting him with a lamppost over and over again. Chachi knows he's dead, goes back, will use the zombie passage to try and clear out some of these.
Definitely wasn't a good death. I mean, he didn't really achieve much with the wave. He should be able to catch it in time though, but the problem is this Jax is now sitting at 2-0. Will rush towards the Sunder, and it's not like the matchup gets any better for the Sion.
There's already 1,000 gold behind in that bottom lane. Schlatten waiting around here. Jonghoon looking for the hook. And get caught up with the last embrace as well. Abyssal Voyage for the follow-up, and Jonghoon just too deep. Neon takes him out. Misfits have been brought to life.
Mid lane is probably where he's going to put his focus when he hits that level 6. Schlatten's going to walk into Xerxes' blue buff here. Down a level, we'll see what he can get done. Has access to his ultimate. Jonghoon looks for the hook, does miss.
Xerxes going in, there's the root coming in as well as Kobe comes forward with the Predator. Abyssal Voyage for Jonghoon will fall. Mercer now on the wrong side of the fight, though it is a 4v3 in favor of Misfits. Mercer trying to walk away from this one, but the rest of his team have abandoned him, and the thick skin can only save him for so long. Knocked up, Deo on the board.
Okay, so the invade kind of works there. You sacrifice one, but I think Misfits the real winners there. But Schlatten had to use his flash. Dayor still has access to the ultimate. BTO as well. Could take it away if he wants to, but now Xerxes coming through lane. Imagine the wave's not in a great state, and Kobe's flash.
He knows Neon doesn't have flash, so he flashes forward, tries to keep him in place. So much damage from the Primordial Burst, and the Decimating Smash has been used. Jonghoon now out of the lane, looking for the stun. BTO going back in with the Kingslayer down, flashes away, and Irrelevant's down to answer 1-for-1. Jonghoon's going to try and get away from this one. Doesn't have much in the terms of escape tools, but Irrelevant will leave him to escape back.
A montage in the top lane because the Sion is just going to get absolutely demolished. Chachi just sitting on 2 Ruby Crystals right now. Xerxes is going to start up the Herald. Irrelevant should spot it out. Jonghoon is around, but the rest of Misfits are collapsing in.
And Neon and Mercer down towards the bottom side. Misfits should give this one up if they fight
Surely, right?
They don't know where the enemy bot lane is. Now they realize Jonghoon is in the area, and Irrelevant has stepped too far forward. Thinking he had reinforcements, he does not, because Misfits cannot back him up. Astralis get the shutdown, get the kill, and we'll get the Rift Herald to boot.
Yeah, Irrelevant getting a little bit ahead of himself there on his 3rd game on the LEC stage. Irrelevant alone on the top side of the map. A place of the map with incredibly high amount of Astralis wards. They have so much deep vision. They basically have a map hack right now. They could look for a dive if they want. Neon's trying to scout out a bit for him.
225 gold just in control wards towards the top side. Neon dodges away. The sprint and the stun will still connect. Face sealed lands on him as well, and Neon doesn't have flash. Death from below from Jonghoon is enough. He took that dodge personally.
And Kobe will get the first tower of the game. We'll see if Misfits respond.
I think that quietness is more that Astralis haven't given him someone to fight into. You can see, like, Chachi isn't up there unless there are 3 members of Astralis up there. They are now here just to clear out the wave, even though Schlatten is going to join. Unstoppable Onslaught will come out from Chachi. Schlatten pops the stopwatch to try and get away from it, then flashes through, but the Cyclone's going to follow him in. Irrelevant diving onto Dayor. Already one down as Schlatten will fall. Dayor trying to escape. Irrelevant joined by 2 more members of his team. The Dawning Shadow didn't do enough to Dayor take him out. And Misfits will be able to credit to Jonghoon as well on this pike. He has constantly been finding Neon with these hooks. Neon forced to flash away there. As we were chatting, TP coming in from Chachi. Irrelevant didn't have his, so Chachi's going to be first to this play as Irrelevant has worked his way down towards the mid lane. Decimating Smash coming out. And Chachi will keep Mercer at bay. Dragon taken first of the game for Astralis, 2nd of the game in total. Another hook onto Mercer. There's the Everfrost follow-up. Irrelevant diving in. And the damage is only onto the clone as Astralis look to reset and back away from the fight.
Okay, so
obviously one of them had to come out with a lead in this game, and this time it is Astralis who have got that slight advantage. Second Howard has been started. Jonghoon looking for it. TP coming in as well as Kobe's going to join this fight. Family! Neon caught out of the backline, and the death from below finds its mark. Junghoon's going to be able to get one. Irrelevant chase down towards the bottom side as Dale's looking for the damage himself. Flashes over the wall. Schlatten going to join in. Another death blow. A triple for Junghoon. He's going to hook Vedius back. Lands the stun as well. X marks the spot, but it doesn't quite connect as Vedius unable to dodge away from the primordial burst.
Fight goes in favor of Astralis, and it's the rookie support of Junghoon who just gets a triple kill on the bike. Maybe could have got himself the quadra, but he just mistimed it. Maybe expected a little more damage to go onto Vedius. But that's going to crack the game wide open. Mid tower is going to fall. They're going to get themselves Herald, and Circe just taking the Hex portal right of damage. Of course, the lane phase was quite difficult and maybe could have been snowballed a lot harder. But now there's a TP behind Yor. He has no flash. Chachi has TP if he wants to match.
I mean, Deo does have the ultimate here. He's going to catch Irrelevant with it. Counter-Strike coming out as Irrelevant dives in for the stun. Counter-TP now used. Stopwatch as well. Schlatten's going to try and join this one. Maybe catch Kobbe out with the Event Horizon goes in. Sleep only onto Kobbe. Irrelevant now locked in the midst of 3 members of Astralis, and he's been left alone by the rest of his team. 1-for-1 trade. So far, Junghoon comes in, gets another. 3v4. Astralis looking to mop this one up. Schlatten, no ultimate ignited, trying to get forward onto Junghoon, who can pop this blast, going to get away. Won't use it yet. Xerxes dives in once again. Deo trying to heal off the minions. Meanwhile, the decoy distracts them. Chachi low. Unstoppable onslaught against the wall, but Schlatten with the movement speed and with the swirl seed will get the chase. Junghoon's going to get a stun. Deo has just backed away, just pushed in that top side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like Misfits coming out on top there, and we'll be able to take away the red buff, get a little bit of deep vision into Astralis' topside jungle. It all came off the back of the Yor, just kind of pushing.
Collapse on him pretty quickly. The rest of Astralis are here though, and Kobbe with the Predator could look to get in. They are going for Neon. Neon does have flash. Hook onto Mercer. Junghoon getting out. Irrelevant looking for the flank himself. Jumps in. Double counter-strike. Double stun. Event Horizon there, but Irrelevant's going to get stunned up. The Abyssal Voyage, and there's the Everfrost as well. Irrelevant low. Able to get away. The Highlanders Mike doing so much work for him. That extra tankiness. Chachi now joins it with the Hex Gates. Misfit stepping in. Vetios steals away the ultimate and is looking for something with the Predator coming back out from Kobbe as Astralis trying to turn it around. Deo does have TP. He's backing in the mid lane as the Dragon now started by Misfits. Would be their second of the game. Counter TP and Deo going deep, fate sealed. An option for him, Vetios, so looking for that death from below. Dragon, Rift held, secured, Dale. Face sealed onto Irrelevant is a possibility. Soul Unbound, Counter-Strike going in, Abyssal Voyage as well. Could be used, Mercer trying to get the damage in. Junghoon on the flank as well, already one has gone. Vetios falls, Dale jumps back into the pit. Junghoon trying to keep Irrelevant at bay. He dives back in, he gets one. But at what cost, Irrelevant? Taken out by Kobbe, the Dragon as well. On the menu for Astralis, Neon and Schlatten trying to trade into this beefcake that is Chachi. And the Water Donkey is damn tanky. That Scion unkillable. Xerxes will help Chachi pick up a kill. The tongue lash dodged.
He's still alive.
And he is still alive as he walks away.
The Yor solo the Dragon off screen there. Such a long fight. Walks up with no flash. He's going to get the cage around them. They're going to get hooked. They're going to get knocked up. And Chachi now looking for some information. This Baron will go down really quickly with Veigar and Yone on top of it. I think it's going to be gone before Schlatten can get in range. His flash is coming up in a second though.
Yeah, it's already gone. Down to 1,000, secured, smited. TP comes in from Irrelevant and Misfits might look for a fight. Might feel like it's their last hope. Irrelevant jumps in, Event Horizon goes down and Misfits really can't find too much. Xerxes, the only one caught out here, but Schlatten had to jump across the wall to do so. Junghoon does have the deathing below, but it looks like Astralis actually may just want to disengage. Junghoon thinking other of it. Perhaps has a different plan in mind. The hook hits onto Mercer. Oh, good stopwatch from Schlatten, but now he's not in the best of situations. Dale looking for the jump across the wall, does have the fate seal. They're going to Mercer first. Counter-strike by Irrelevant, but he only stuns the 2 tanks, and that's not really what you're looking for. BTO stolen death from below, so if Astralis do fall low, he will be able to secure those kills, but the face seal will find him. Dale dashing, Immortal Shield both dashing away to survive once again. Dashes back, Schlatten takes him. BTO, Schlatten, and Neon have to walk away wounded though, as Astralis continue on the chase. And the unstoppable onslaught meets a BTO, decimating smash, stopped with that watch, but he can only watch as he dies afterwards. Kobbe unstoppable, 717 on the Veigar.
Astralis now just running away.
Pushes in the top, doesn't have the TP to join his team.
Might get an objective bounty though, but he needs to make sure his base doesn't die. Astralis is going to get the first inhibitor. They could push on. They have double cannon here if they just want to use the cage to try and hit the tower, but no, they're going to move towards mid. Chachi's going to base and catch top to make sure Irrelevant can't push for any inhib towers. He has TP to rejoin. Irrelevant doesn't, so he could force a 5v4.
Yeah, all it takes is a hook, right? Because Chachi has TP. And Irrelevant doesn't. Mercer's going to be the one hooked in. Everfrost used the thick skin coming out as well. There's the Cyclone. Mercer flashes away. Xerxes going to jump out with the decoy as well. Misfits might look to re-engage. 2-man sleep. V2 going in. Death from below, a possibility. Xerxes trying to trade back in. There's the death from below, goes wide. But the shutdown still comes in. Deo looking for a re-engage, can't find it. So Astralis have to walk away. Misfits able to find one, but they lose 2 inhibitors for it.
Kobe is looking here. He has Predator up. No point risking the game. Chachi just catching top. Maybe they could have forced 5v4, tried to push down to the Nexus, but taking 2 inhibs, getting yourself on Dragon Soul point, playing it slow, it's always the safest bet. Now, Kobe has TP, so if they spot Irrelevant here, Kobe can just TP on the ward behind him.
There's one down towards where the Hex Gate would be at that blue buff. Chachi puts a ward over the wall as well as they're going to go for it.
Ghost.
Unstoppable onslaught. Irrelevant dodges to the side. No mana on him though.
You have no mana.
You got no mana, Irrelevant. You got nowhere to go. Slowed up. Event Horizon coming down. Hook's going to come in as well. Stuns him up. Primordial Burst. Almost half his HP. And the death from below will
stall it down, try to clear the wave out, or just fight them the second the tower dies. We'll see what option they go for, because if they lose this inhibitor, the game is pretty much over.
I think looking at it, the game may have been over in their minds a while ago. Astralis have just been dominant for the last 10 minutes or so, and they continue to be as they take the 3rd inhibitor of the game. Jonghoon having an absolute masterclass on this.
So they're just going to slow it down, and now Misfits realize, well, we now need to clear waves, so Astralis is going to start it up again. It's almost like a seesaw effect, and Vedius is going to lose half his HP.
Holy! That's without his ultimate, by the way. Hook goes in as well. Mercer, Primordial Bursted. Does more damage the lower health your opponent is. Unstoppable onslaught coming in. Flash Hook will hit Mercer. Decimating Smash comes down as well, and Vizichachi's just buying time for the rest of his team. The Super Minions as well on the Nexus Towers. Mercer Hook back once again. Death from below will mark his demise. And Misfits, even 3 players strong, can't work their way through Vizichachi. Dale TP down towards the bottom lane, and it's all done. But the Nexus falling, you have to feel here for Astralis.
Definitely is. They're just going to buff up the super creeps. Nothing Misfits can really do. They can try themselves a fight. Zlatan flashes forwards.
Looking for the multi-man sleep, but he only lands it onto 2. Jonghoon still has the GA to come back. Dawning Shadow will find him. The minions doing so much work, and Irrelevant not. As Astralis will be able to lock this one down. Neon and Vito can only stand and watch as their Nexus falls for the 3rd time in 3 games.
Wow, this version of Astralis looks a hell of a lot different to previous iterations we've seen. 2 and 1 on the Super Week. Sitting pretty happy. Maybe they didn't have the hardest of schedules. Yes, they played against G2, were a little bit competitive, but this is definitely a different version of Astralis.
I mean, they got 3 wins in the entirety of spring, and they're already 2/3 of the way there. True. In 3 games. So I think this Astralis definitely revitalized coming into summer, and the addition of Jonghoon and...
I mean, his team is like, they want to go in, right? And not a lot of peel except for the Tomkench, so Saya's good in these cases where enemy team, they have a Akali diving onto you, a Viego, and you can just kind of play.
Very important, at least now when Yon is level 6. Like, this is going to be a great situation to set up with his jungle.
Yeah, and the Bob's going in looking for a Dota here with the Abyssal Voyage. Ignite is ticking Syncroft. It's going to have to flash across the wall. You have to feel. Perks diving forward, doesn't land the Fate Seal, and Syncroft actually...
The guy... Like, I would want to make sure that the Yone cannot move. You know, keep the wave shoved in. If he ever tries to walk up, maybe you can try to gank, right? Right now they have ultimate, so...
And of course, it's not in isolation, the mid lane match.
Syncroft has a CS lead and a level lead over Haru, but Haru managed to get the Rift Herald. Top lane in favor of Alphari, just used the ultimate aggressively onto Aggressivo. Syncroft and Nuclear hopping around.
He used the Hallowed Path, so I'm wondering if that Hallowed Mist being down means Alphari just has nowhere to go. First blood over to Aggressivo, just a bit too aggressive there.
Not about bounce, but again, another Scion.
It's his camp.
You gotta get the Krugs, all those small Krugs, all that extra HP. Always best for Scion, and as much as I am a jungler and I hate seeing my level 3, level 4 Krugs die, you can see how vulnerable towers are once the plates fall off. Just 3 people hit it, you have about 5 to 10 seconds time and it's gone. Perks ulting for the wave there, I think.
We'll be able to take it out. Dawning Shadow is a possibility from Medote. I don't think it's going to do 450 damage, but with the Rift Herald coming in, this tower will be forfeit. Perks just trying to clear out the wave does make sense. If that Rift Herald didn't have to go down, it could have been used mid instead. Third Dragon of the game, only the 2nd for Vitality. Doesn't mean too much. Obviously, you want to stop that stacking. As, let me see, Nuclear pushing up towards the top side. It's going to be tower for tower. Trade, you have to feel. Smatty's going to try and defend here. Perks underneath the tower. Smatty's used the unstoppable onslaught. TP's coming in. Dawning Shadow with the shield as well. And Smatty's just too damn tanky. Aggressive. Nuclear in, slides him back. The Bob's already down. Perks doesn't have anywhere to go. He's already burned the flash. Going to try and meet up with Haru, who now dives forward. And BDS reacting the bottom side. The Cyclone comes out. Syncroft misses the Heartbreaker. But the flash for the slow for the auto is enough as Syncroft takes the kill. Vitality, nothing, BDS 4.
So much confidence from BDS.
And he had the Verdant Barrier earlier in the game, maybe just for the laning phase against Aggressivo. Nuclear event here has been spotted by Perks. Haru's coming the long way around as well. Syncroft's going to try and join this fray. There's the Abyssal Voyage. Nuclear doesn't really have anywhere to go, slides them back. TPs now coming in from Vitality as Synchro looks for some damage himself. Devour used as well. Unstoppable onslaught towards the top side. Adonis going to flash away. Synchro underneath the tower. The Sun Disc can't save you now. Perks will take him. Tanks the tower a couple of times. Decimating smash dodged by Perks, who's going to go back underneath the tower himself, but he's still tanking it. Immortal Shilbo will keep him alive. Aggressivo now here. A great 3-man knockup from Xmati. Usually an AD carry, but his tank game is sublime. Aggressivo with a double. Kazi stepping forward. It's a triple now for Aggressivo. Great Featherstorm. Aggressivo has to dodge away. Kazi flashes away from the Shuriken. Alfari fighting Maddie down towards the bottom side of Maddie. The Honey Fruit not there quickly enough. Vitality win the fight towards the top side.
It's an absolute bloodbath in the top. Gus giving a little bit of magic resist, of course, against the Azir. Will help in his 1v1 if he ever matches on a side lane against the Akali. Dragon in favor of BDS, still just starting the Baron. Maddie can tank that forever.
Starting while the control ward is down, perhaps not the wisest of choices, as Alfari is up here. Perks working his way up from the bottom side of the map. Baron low though, and Perks is only in the mid lane right now. BDS might just look to secure it. They don't know where Haru is.
They're gonna burst it.
Pull him back. Haru smites it. BDS. Oh, that's the biggest leash I've ever seen a team give. Thank you for the Baron as Perks lands a 4-man face sealed, has to jump away with the Soul Unbound as well. The rest of Vitality weren't willing to follow up, weren't ready to follow up. Perhaps just shocked as we all were by the fact that BDS just wrapped up a Baron for them and put it down the chimney.
That was the biggest tie for
Perks and Alfari. Haru looking for the flank as well. The control ward will be cleared out by him. Unstoppable onslaught. No Featherstorm for Kazi right now, but he still has the flash. The Featherstorm about to come back up for him, so they'll just back away. Unstoppable onslaught used there by Maddie for no real gain, and after BDS had such a strong early game, I think their mid game has kind of collapsed here. Lebrov, what are you doing, man?
He was trying to Synchro.
Yeah, but what with Synchro going in with a Heartbreaker? He doesn't get the kill either. It's a comedy of errors. It's a Shakespearean tragedy for both teams. Honestly, I just don't know what to say.
I'm a bit speechless right now, but Vitality are the winners. 2 kills over to them. They'll get the Drake as well. Waves being pushed in, should get towards the tier 2. And now Perks looking for nuclear int.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of damage down, dives away from the Emperor's Divide as well. Like, credit to Vitality, they will back away as their Baron expires. And can look for it in a moment. Abyssal Voyage forward, only on to Xmati. Haru's coming in as well. Unstoppable onslaught used. Kazi dodges to the side of it. Haru rooted with the last embrace, and now Xmati is not in the best of shapes. No extra amount of HP can save you from this. Vitality take another. Alfari diving into the ball though. What? Stopwatch is the Heartbreaker. Abyssal Voyage forward for the Devour there by Lebrov. Smart stuff by him to allow Alfari to escape. Aggressivo looking for more as Haru's low. Emperor's Divide brings them back. Perks is not here right now. Kazi putting the damage down as much as he can at least. He's down now though. Alfari trying to chase forward. Aggressivo, good shuriken hits. Perks meanwhile is on the Nexus towers.
Can he end if the bot
is going to try and delay? Can he end?
I think he can.
He won the laning phase. He's looking to win the game as well. Lebrov there. Oh, they both stopped their recalls. Perks is on the Nexus. TP in.
Is he going to get it off?
It's cancelled. It's cancelled.
5 seconds on Maddie. 5 seconds on Maddie. Perks has got it. You can see him fighting in the camera. He's just going to get the end after such a messy fight in bots.
Xmati's up, but he can only watch. And Perks dodging around. The Nexus falls.
Wait, Perk?
Wait, no.
Wait,
no
Perk.
way.
Okay, you got it. So, what the hell was going to happen for a second there?
They were putting their shoes back on, and Perks like, I got
it. Everyone was kind of off their PCs. Perks managed to finish it. A comedy of errors in the last 10 minutes there leads to a Vitality win. I'm sure they'll take it. Vitality finishes super weak now. 2 crown on KL from the Shy, so can't take the brunt of the damage. But on the side of SK, again, incredibly good team fight. Lots of zone control. Early game in the Volley Bear. And then the GP, if he's ahead of KL, can kind of control those side lanes. Package, definitely something to keep our eye on. Yeah. At this point, with Corky W as well, you should not really die to any ganks. Gilly is actually skipping a lot of his camps here to look for some kind of top dive. He's wasting a lot of time on this top side of the map if they don't get this kill.
So Wonder knows that this is happening. He knows Gilly is on this side of the map. Thunder and Bow coming out. Wonder's going to try and flash away. The barrel's chained in. The parlay going forward as well in the trial by fire. Wow. The final order will be enough. Good tanking there by Gilius. Good play there by SK.
And the amount of damage they had just seals the deal, doesn't it? Wonder was not even close to half HP. It was 70-80%, had a bleed into other lanes.
And the bot push is expected. Tristana plays waves relatively quickly. Ezreal does not. You know, he can only really use his Mystic Shot, doesn't have any of that AoE, but with Hylissang just using the W. There's the Zenith play forward. Upset's now used the dash as well. Gilius can go in. Cannon Barrage has been used. Upset's going to flash away. Still has the cleanse here and will use it immediately to get away from this. Will escape underneath the tower. Re-engage onto Treats. Will flash into this push
Is he
here.
dead?
Explosive
I think he's
shot.
dead.
He is dead. Upset gets the reset. And now Gilius in for a world of hurt as Razork joins the fight. Jezu trying to turn it back around onto Hylissang, who does still have the flash himself.
Nice little movement there at the end by Hylissang, dodging out on Jezu, who's falling. But he can't fight it. Humanoid has package, but they're at such a numbers disadvantage. They can't really go for this.
And Gilius doesn't have Stormbringer, will have to flash here. Humanoid might look for the chase, goes in.
Okay.
Gilius still no Stormbringer. Humanoid still has the Valkyrie to get away. Just some damage down onto the SK jungle.
Yeah, a lot of damage as well. Has first strike, so a little bit of gold too. Quite an alpha play there. Lost their bot tier 1. It sucks, just have to move on from it. I mean, Jezu is pretty strong. He's got his Essence Reaver now.
That's fine. Well, it's not by.
What the?
Oh, that's quintessential Hilly, though, isn't it?
Oh my god! What the hell just happened, Hilly? Hilly! His Nashor's Tooth, but he's a little bit split from the rest of his team. Genax doesn't have the Cannon Barrage, and with the recall coming in from Humanoid, you have to wonder, are they giving this?
Looks like it
Would
might
put
be.
them on
good
solar
Solar Flare as well to stop the recall from Humanoid. Dragon started now by SK. Solar Flare down though, so Fnatic might look to take the fight. Good stun onto Razork. The Dragon low. Razork gets it. Razork will pay for it with his life, as will Hylissang. Upset diving in with the Divine Intervention. The Divine Intervention could only save you for so long. Double flash. Ripped to pieces by Gilius. Fnatic get the Dragon, but at what cost?
A little bit indecisive there from Fnatic. It looked like the call was left package, so he's going to look around. There's a ward in the Baron pit as well, so they should know exactly what's going on, but I think the ping cord stops it, so Humanoid needs to get some information here. He sees Gilius.
Treats tried to sneak behind him as well. As you say, Humanoid does still have that package. Can try and dash away from this one. Hylissang here to join the party. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Wonders continues to push in. Package forward. There's the quickness as well. Looking for Certus, looking for Jezu, who doesn't have the flash. Jezu, though, able to escape across the wall. Explosive charge and the missile will find Ismark. Wonder TP's in as Fnatic find a fight.
Yeah, Humanoid playing with so much confidence. He knows his team's on the bot side of the map, but he has Hylissang behind him. And just as you said, Medic Jezu, no flash. It's timed. Hilly was probably screaming at Humanoid there. Ezreal, no flash. They split up. Leona and Gilius went towards the top side, and Jezu went on his own next to Certus. So instantly collapsed. Certus loses his flash. Now TP back from Humanoid. 4v5 for SK. Gilius has flash.
Only Solar Flare.
If he wants to get in the pits. Oh, Razork.
Looking for the flash onto Genax, who will flash away himself. Trees pots down the Solar Flare, and Certus dies where he comes in. That TP definitely sucked. Upset here is going to be able to chase Genax away, and Fnatic can turn back towards the Baron. Gilius does still have the flash smite, as you say. Jezu now has True Shot Barrage and the Hex Gates to get back in, but that Baron's already down to 8,000. Gilius trying to get in behind here. Hylissang still has flash, so does Upset. They've still got the Divine Intervention. True Shot Barrage.
Oh, the jungler's down.
The jungler is down. Fnatic stay on it. Vedius not going to be able to get in time. Hylissang keeping them away. Humanoid's going to be able to get the Baron, but will he get out? He manages to survive. The Divine Intervention's enough. Fnatic without a jungler still secured the Baron and 2 kills. That was ticking a little bit, so his recall is delayed.
Yeah, look at the levels on the carries right now. Fnatic, Humanoid 2 levels up. Upset 2 levels up.
Tower's gone.
The backline damage Fnatic have is relentless, and they have so much poke as well. Jezu can't even step up. Wonder stunned up.
On Wonder. There's the Chaos Storm as well. Divine Intervention going down. That's big though, because now the Stormbringer can follow up. Fnatic though already found 2. Jezu was not there for the fight. Couldn't put down the DPS. Double charge from Hylissang. He dashes back. Cyclone in by Razork and Fnatic. Want to end this game right here, right now. Humanoid flashes in. Gets the final order that he needed to kill off Certus. And as you say, that's it. Explosive charge will melt through the towers like a hot knife through butter. Only Jezu and Genax survive, and Jezu does not do that any longer. Nor does Genax, nor does the tower. And Fnatic pick up their 2nd win of the weekend.
Well, the second that Baron went down, it was all Fnatic, wasn't it? Pretty clear game plan. Came out of base, just forced a fight, and yeah, SK couldn't really match it. The carries of Fnatic were way too far ahead. It felt like for the first 10 to 15 minutes, it was SK dictating the pace of the game, but ever since that Baron happened, it all went over to Fnatic. So much scaling as well. The kill getting towards level 16 at the end. Wunder was almost caught at the end as well, but popped his ult and took the brunt of SK's damage.
And that's the power of Kayle, right? You have lots of scaling.
I feel like whichever stun lands first, whether it's the taunt from the Ari or the gold card from the Twisted Fate on that 2v2, you have a lot of brawling material right there.
Yeah, Upset, they say, obviously draft is always very important, but it's maybe even more important right now.
Yanko's still with that level advantage, but Finn catching this wave really wants to be able to get all of this CS, so Markun will probably shadow him to make sure he's not died. Broken Blade does have the 6 here. Cannon Barrage going down. Finn doesn't have flash to get away, and he's just going to get stunned up. Finn, too greedy. from him. Broken Blade and Jankos will take the kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Caps trying to trade onto Nuke Duck. Caps has one more Spirit Rush here. Nuke Duck continues to trade in. Spirit Rush away. Flash for Flash could be burnt. Wild Card's about to come off cooldown, but Nuke Duck instead says, well, I don't know where Targamas is. There's the charm. Caps no mana now, though. No Corrupting Potion either for him to get more mana out of this. Where's this Flash gonna go? Flash forward from Targamas for the slow. Dodges away. The Ignite is ticking, and Nuke Duck will tick down. Targamas with the second kill. Dodges away from the Mystic Shot, and Patrick and Mickey will use their fact they have Prio down towards this bottom side to push up. Vedi, as we have a moment, do you want to take a guess? Oh, maybe we don't have a moment. The charm's going to hit. Jankos flashes forward. No flash on Nuke Duck. Still Stormbringer going in. Marcoon trying to answer, but Jankos turns off the tower. And G2 find their third kill of the game.
Great charm comes out from Caps, and he's looking for another one.
Marcoon corners a double for Caps. On fine form, Caps gets 2 in the mid lane. Rifthold coming down as well, and this should be at least 4 plates, if not the entire tower for G2 at the 12-minute mark.
Impressive performance so far from Caps. He interrupted Nuke Duck's ultimate early on into the game. He finds another
ways to fight from behind, to find picks, and to stop Caps from doing this.
The problem with losing your mid tower makes it very easy for Caps to look for roams, and he's going to do just that.
Cannon Barrage goes down. Finn, no real way for him to escape. Epiphos is used, but the charm once again connects.
Patrick's poke is very important. Can he land it, or can G2 find the engage?
Caps, no ultimate. Jankos pops the Predator looking for something. No real vision for XL. They're just chucking skills at random to see if they can find someone. Dragon started. Control ward in the pit by Jankos. Stormbringer in. Could get him into the middle of that. Caps Spirit Rush still not off cooldown. Patrick trying to put the damage down. Cannon Barrage being used as well. He jumps away from the culling. Flacker takes a bit of chunk as Finn and Marcoon are still in the pit. The Cannon Barrage dodged safely there by XL. Nuke Duck looking for the stun card, but Jankos steals it. Stormbringer in, jumps out, dies. Finn will fall as well, and now Patrick has to get away from Flacker, just survives. XL split, Nuke Duck down. Caps, you're gonna go for it. Patrick looking at the damage, but Caps takes him. G2, Jankos steals it. G2 clean up the fight, 9-1 now. G2 in command of this game.
Numbers were overtaken by Flacket, props to him. But level 14, 2 levels ahead of Nuke Duck. This will be a big stun onto Jankos, but he doesn't care. Caps.
Good look for the chase. There's Spirit Rush available once again. Patrick's going to try and jump away. Tidal Wave used. Stun card goes in. Cleanse away by Caps.
Ooh. Big
Marcoon.
damage onto Patrick there.
And Patrick's going to get healed up with the ebb and flow. Patrick could look for the damage on Caps. Caps splashes in the middle of the pit, though the Destiny gets behind him, and the True Shot Rush comes in as well. Nuke Duck will pay for this with his life. The Baron ticking, 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 ticking. And Nuke Duck survives. And in the battle of the 2 ducks, Nuke Duck beats out Blackhead and couldn't quite claim the kill. Finn trading onto Broken Blade. Cannon Barrage flash forward, trial by fire. Finn doesn't have the needles. Broken Blade takes him out.
Wow, the Grievous Wounds, I feel, coming more aggressively, which could give G2 an opportunity to flash engage from Jankos, for example, or force him to retreat. And that is G2's window as they look for another pick on the Finn.
Gonna try and get away, but the charm's gonna land, and Finn really doesn't have anywhere to go here. The chase is on, and Caps and Broken Blade find the kill in the bottom lane.
And the problem is, XL, they can't. G2 have such a massive goal lead, but you feel like the game is still close.
Yeah.
Largely because of the items that are sitting on the mid.
Patrick dash forward, that's the culling.
It's a big investment for Patrick
Cannon
there.
Barrage coming out as well. Tidal Wave used. Marcoon is low. Jankos comes into the back line. Stormbringer used as well by him. Marcoon still surviving somehow. Jankos posts the stopwatch. Patrick trying to get away as Finn and Caps are fighting off towards the top side. That's 2. Blackhead takes them both. Finn trying to trade onto Caps, but Caps has the Spirit Rush still, and the rest of G2 can close in. Patrick and Mickey have to do everything in this fight if they're able to find anything. Perhaps they can find the game or some semblance of hope for XL, but Finn, he tried to fight against Caps, and the rest of G2 do not like that one jot. He will fall. Patrick, though, sees all of G2 low, and maybe he can hold them off from doing this Baron. Caps still has the flash. Patrick has cleanse, no flash for himself. Flash away by Mickey as Caps looked for his former support, couldn't find
Gwen, but with the damage done on the front line and Patrick being forced to disengage,
what's a rush?
G2 the opportunity to
Jankos
fight.
is here. He stole the last one. Can he steal this one? Of course he can! Of course he can! It's Jankos! But maybe he's a little bit overextended from the rest of his team. Wild Growth will heal him up for the moment. Marcoon's going to take him down. Caps coming into the back line. Nuke Duck is there as well. Looks for the red card. Can't find it. Caps going in. Mickey low. Finn diving forward. Dodges away from the charm. 1-for-1 so far as Jankos has fallen. Marcoon's still alive though. XL have a window where you can complete after a laning phase where he was kind of left to dry by his team, where he just had to give up waves. Hams could have struggled, but Nuke Duck with the gold card locked in. Mickey slow there. Blackett goes in. Patrick low. Cannon Barrage coming in as well. And Patrick's down! Quack! Quack! Blackett finds it! And after a quiet game, what better way to announce yourself on the stage? Blackhead with a double. It was his culling that culled Excel's hopes of taking anything.
Flawless execution. Patrick's flash still was not back up, and G2 took advantage of that. The combo with the culling coming out from the Gangplank ultimate was flawless. G2 18 kills to 3 can finally knock on the nexus of XL.
And only one of these two could remain undefeated, and it's the team on the blue side, it seems. Marcoon trying to defend. Charm hits through the decoy. Wave cleared out, though, by Nuke Duck, and maybe G2 have to wait a couple of more minutes before they can close this one out. The wave is here, but they might just look for the inhibitor in the mid lane instead.
Patrick will be respawning. G2, though, comes the ultimate. Big damage.
Clears the wave as well.
G2 going to choose to disengage, so XL, they have a small, now that the inhibitors have been taken down. XL, they're making the call. Can they get this pick onto Jankos?
Stormbringer not available for Jankos, no flash either. Nuke looking for the damage, but of course not too much. It's going to go for that Blastco, knocks Jankos back, another gold card locked in, and now Jankos killed. His back was delayed by the True Shot Barrage, and XL are calling G2 to fight in the river. G2 will match this. Marcoon is not there. The True Shot Barrage comes out. Cap slow. Patrick trying to put the damage down. Finn taking it up. Cannon Barrage will dissuade them from continuing the Baron. 30 seconds on Jankos. Patrick still looking for damage across the wall. The stun card lands, but a dash away by Blackhead is enough. The charm, the cleanse. Patrick's still alive. The culling coming out, and Mickey will tank it. He'll die for it. Mickey sacrifices himself for his AD carry, but once again, Patrick just a little bit too far forward.
And Caps does it once again. He finds Patrick, forces him to flash and cleanse to safety. And now this should be a Baron going in favor of G2. They don't need their jungler to keep this objective alive. And XL, try as they might, it is not enough to take down G2 around the siege. But now that they have the Baron, now that they're able to just chip away at Patrick's health bar, they are not concerned in the slightest. G2 making their way to end the Super Week on a 3-0.
There's the charm. Marcoon caught up with the other Frost as well. Jankos could go in. Stormbringer, of course, disables the tower. Blackhead stepping in as well. Broken Blade pushing in the bottom lane. Trying to bring those single super minion in. Marcoon will reset. Blackhead has the rapid fire. And the culling, and that's some rapid fire to boot. Cannon Barrage goes down, Mickey low, Nuke Duck just dead. Where he stands, Mickey gets back to the fountain, but on it he dies. Patrick dives back, Caps kills him. G2 rout XL in their base. Caps gets the triple, gets the quadra to round it out. And all G2 stay alive and take an undefeated week 1.
They don't need much of a break. G2 still on form here in the LEC, starting their Super Week off with a 3-0. And sure, they've had some shaky games, they've had some mixed performances, but overall, you cannot deny that this team's still looking good. Tools at your disposal. By going for the Rakan, you lean more towards, once the poke has landed, you have more ways to start off the fight. And I will say that Trimby so far has had 2 Renata games as a result of that. Just like a really good trade in mids, they knew exactly where Malrang was. Unforgiven moves with this jungler to claim control over the river, and with the wave pushing in, Comp chooses to reset, but also Comp just can't fight this early on into the game. This wave looks to the push, because you look at that top side river, you can see all this vision that's been invested in now. Yoya already looking for the play. This is exactly why Malrang is here.
Armor going in, there's the Gnar back, Cannon Barrage, and Armor immediately flashes, gets the stun onto Malrang, who gets a counter stun out. There's the Cyclone from Elioya. Odo1D3 looking for the trade damage here. Odo very strong right now, but Niski's the first one to react. Elioya with the double Cyclone, Odo1D3 does have the flash. Paddle Star going in as well, there's the stun, the sleep, 1-2 quick kills to man.
And it's just the mid diff. Niski is first on the rotation, and I think that Malrang does all the right things. They get a little bit flustered as to who to focus the moment that Armut flashes out, but the fact that Niski is able to join the fray as a fight happens in bot.
Knockup's going to come on to Comp here. Can jump away the Whirling Death, the flash forward. Trimby with a great shield, just keeping Comp alive. That was so close.
But a great engagement. The Mad Lion days of Humanoid, it was this mid-jungle support trio that often found a lot of success in the early to mid-game, and we're seeing it being replicated here by Niski. Huge props.
Like, Rogue put 4 members down towards the bottom side. Odo1D3 is like, cool, I'm going to stand by the Krugs for a little bit. Hi guys, how you doing? Unforgiven backs away knowing he's not there. Now, Odo1D3 perhaps not respectful enough in the top lane. Cannon Barrage coming out, and Elioya and Armut catch him out.
Was not expecting, in his head, he's like, I'm going to get stacked waved onto dive, and they're going to attack to the bottom. He wasn't quite expecting them to come through a lane gang. And also this Herald being used on bot lane, sure, it's a good cross map, gives them control over the third Drake of the game, which I guess is their priority, but this mid tower is still up.
down towards, up towards that top lane. Doesn't have TP, no way for him to join this. So it will be 3 dragons to Mad, and it's an Infernal Soul as well. Like, it's not inconsequential. Something like a Cloud, perhaps you'd be more willing just to say, okay, we can't
the
fight.
uncontested. Larson doesn't realize he's sitting on a ward right now. Now he'll figure it out.
If they wanted to stop this, they could have cannon barraged the wave. They decide against doing it, so perhaps didn't want to fully invest into it. Trimby, though, walking straight into Elioya, dashes away, but the paddle staff from Niski could come in, doesn't. Elioya, though, still with a follow-up. The Cyclone going in. Trimby dives onto Comp. Elioya low. Marang trying to get us Kaiser on the backline, but it's so split from Rogue. 4 different directions. Marang now jumps forward, jumps back through the Nard, dodges out. Niski going in, misses the true shot barrage there, and so Rogue just...
Marang is going to make accessing this river so difficult. Trimby's going to be spotted out by Elioya, and it's Mad with full control.
Trimby was just looking for a really long flank there. Asking now, can we go? Bubble down, Larson can step in. There's the quickness, looking for Unforgiven. Cannon Barrage coming out as well, but Armand is keeping the rest of Rogue away. A 2-man Gnar into the ward, and the Dragon will go over to Mad Lions. Elioya smites it, Infernal Soul for Mad at 23 minutes. Larson sliding in, Kaiser flashing out. Only 1 kill over to Rogue. That's not enough. They're looking for more as Odo steps in, but Niski keeps them at bay.
Just so much better setup around the objective from Mad. We see that Niski will have the teleport, but he's not going to invest it. He's on his way back. The Baron has begun.
I mean, Elioya can get behind them here as well without even being seen. They can jump in with a blast cone. Maybe he's been seen. I don't see the pings. They're pinging on the Baron. They're going for it, but Elioya! Every single objective belongs to the Mad Lions and belongs to Elioya. The Whirling Death coming in for the chase, but it's an Infernal Soul and a Baron at 24 minutes for the Lions.
Rogue are completely...
That's the execute from the Whirling Death!
Unforgiven!
They can still fight back in this game, but 5,000 gold behind with an Infernal Soul staring them down alongside that Baron for the next minute and a half. Kaiser's going to step in, spots Marang with the Oracles. Tier 2 in the top lane is down. Odo trying to trade here onto Armor. Does win out on these ones. Armor trying to build up the Mega. Marang coming in as well. Wallop goes short. Armor with a good Gnar though, and the follow-up is sublime. A Whirling Death from Unforgiven finds 2. Larson will be able to get 1 in response, but it's only the support.
And the sleep will land. Can Niski get the poke down? Not able to connect. But Mad Lions, they end up trading up with that. Here comes the Niski misses everything.
And Trimby can just jump on him. Oh, good flash from Niski. Just in time, Trimby with the lock, he gets himself out. Niski will survive. True Shot finds him though. It's the game of long-range ultimates finding kills.
Well, now Rogue's range is finally coming to fruition. 3 kills on the back. It's not the same Rogue that we have so far seen from them this year.
And not the same Mad Lions that we saw in spring either. Armor looking for the chaser onto Odoamne. Elioya coming in as well. Odoamne, he's under his inhibitor tower, and Mad Lions will not give him an inch. Armor takes the kill alongside Elioya. They'll now push down this top bot tier 2. Looking for the inhibitor tower. Larson is not here. Does have the TP, but they're going to trade inhibitor for tier 2 now. It's some gold, it's a bounty, but is it enough? Is it beneficial for Rogue in the long run? That's the question. Mad Lions now retreating, 5 players strong towards this bottom lane. Larson goes in, clears out some vision. And Rogue, you just can't give up this Elder, my man. You can't do it. You gotta fight it. Elder started, fast out automation going in, but it's gone.
It's so fast.
The Cannon Barrage comes out, Unforgiven just tanks it with the Immortal Shield Bow, and the Dragon so low, smited secured with a True Shot barrage. Rogue perhaps have found a little bit of hope in this game. Comp stepping forward, Elioya has to dash away. 1 Elder Laser finds his mark. Rogue have got no Dragons so far, but perhaps they've got the only one that mattered. Armor chased away, Comp going forward, there's 2. Unforgiven not able to do anything in the midst of 4 members of Rogue. The TP in the middle. No way do they do this. No way do Rogue do this.
Rogue have found 3 kills. They have the Elder Dragon.
Stop the
Marang's going to interrupt the back as well.
Only Elioya in the base. Rogue. Only 1 wave to push in. Marang continues to stop the ports. Good look for the stun here. I don't know if he's already used the Thundering Wall.
Is it enough?
The Elder not enough. The TP away. Comp just needs a bit of damage. Elioya going in as well. Elioya will be shut down. 12 seconds on Niski. No seconds for Mad Lions. You have to feel. All it took was 1 objective, and then they find the one that matters most. Rogue with their first win of summer.
I am shocked. Comp steals the Elder, and then Rogue wins the game. Wow, I know this.